Hello everybody, Bassisk Fang here, and welcome back to NieR Replicant. Last time, we went to the Forest of Myth and got the key fragment there, and we made our way over to the junk heap and started to get the key fragment there, and I completely forgot that there is a, not a side mission, but essentially a detour we have to take where we go to the Eyrie, and we're gonna have to fight another shade there and all that good stuff. So we cut that short last time, and now we're gonna get back into it, and I'm actually kind of excited because that means that we're potentially going to see the stories of two different shades. We've already started to see Khalil's story, Khalil and the P-33, aka Beepy, but I believe the one in the Eyrie is called Wendy. I don't remember. There's definitely one called Wendy, but I don't know which one it is. Anyway, that one might have a backstory as well, and since we're playing with Kaine's perspective, we might actually get some insight into what's going on there. Anyway, you know, same story. I'm gonna skip all the stuff that I know for sure we don't need to see again, and then I'm gonna show you all the fun stuff.
I cannot fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? The place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
I got me taken care of. Worry about protecting yourself.
I don't know if any of those conversations are going to have anything to do with what we're about to experience in the Eyrie.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible widow memories, isn't it?
Hi, Tyrion.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
I'm assuming she said that to him, like, internally and not to us, because I don't remember her just randomly yelling, shut up, shut up, shut up the last time we did this.
We do not desire.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
Then we can continue to live peacefully.
I forgot, the Eyrie's full of people. No, shades masquerading as people? Shades are people. I don't know, it gets complicated.
But that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
he will kill us all, women and children included.
What should we do? What can we do?
Interesting. We did not get that last time. Hey, Kaine, look, it's your house. It's really hard to see because it's in the distance there, but there's your grandma. Wait, is Kaine even here? Does she not actually follow you? That's interesting. I feel like I vaguely remember that. Like, she's here, technically speaking, she's here, but her character model doesn't follow you around at this point for some reason. All right, if I remember correctly, we'll end up talking to somebody at the bazaar who says something about how they're under attack. I don't remember. All right, who do I need to speak to today? Actually, do any of you have like moonflower seeds or anything?
Why not fill your garden with flowers?
Because it takes time and energy, and I have neither of those things. Man, she's got blue moonflower, gold moonflower, and red moonflower. I'm really nervous that you have to get pink moonflowers by breeding like these three things together or something like that, and I can't do that. Have I ever checked the weapon shop out here? I don't think I have.
My weapons may not be the latest and greatest, but my selection can't be beat.
Selection can't be beat, huh? It's an exclusive place that sells exclusively nothing. All right, I think it's you. Do I talk to you to trigger the story?
I've forgotten what the breeze felt like.
Nope, it's not you. What am I doing again? Am I supposed to go talk to the Elder? Hello, Mr. Elder. Can you be normal for once?
Hello? We're here from Popola's village.
It's all over.
We came to ask about the letter you sent.
Our days are numbered. Our village is doomed.
As cheerful as ever, it seems.
You're the one who wrote the letter, right?
I don't know about any letter.
What the hell is going on here?
It may be faster for us to take our inquiries elsewhere. Let us ask around. Someone must know something.
And now I go talk to the guard at the bazaar. Shortcut. Ouch. Hello, Mr. Guard. Having a normal day, I take it?
A letter, huh? Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
So, you know about the letter?
Maybe I don't. I'm not sure.
Come on. You can tell me.
Which is it, man? Oh, and if I may ask, are you friends of Kaine?
I am.
You could say that.
Ah, I've heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades, are you?
Sure are.
Indeed. Our aim is to defeat every last one.
Every last one. Everyone. 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 Vice!
Beware, this man is a shade.
They're all shades. Everybody's a shade.
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
I mean, it's about time you like showed up to help
We were
out.
distracted by the local welcoming party.
I'm sorry, were you a shade or not? I killed you.
Carnival of murder. I love it. Yeah.
Am I supposed to be killing the guards? I killed the guards, but I don't know if I was supposed to kill the guards.
So be careful.
I can't tell who's human anymore.
What about you? Are you human? Hi, Kaine. Thanks for helping out.
Get out of here! No way! I'm not going to abandon my own sister!
Kaine, what's going on?
Don't be fooled by this lady. She's a shade.
Nice. I've already seen this, but it's fun to watch. Ouch.
Kaine!
We're gonna make Kaine go feral again, but...
Stop it! Don't hurt my sister!
I would read what the shades are saying, but it's hard to do that and fight at the same time. I get the gist, though. They're calling us the real monsters. Oh, look, a word at the most inopportune time. You gonna help us out here, Kaine?
Damn it, Kaine! You gotta get up! Emil, watch Kaine. I'll go clean up over there.
All right.
Oh, good. Now I don't have a meal either. Great.
Get them.
Okay, geez, settle down, dude. Hey, level up. My favorite thing to do. Ouch.
What are you doing?
Ouch! Stop it. This guy's actually kind of tough. He's got a lot of defense. Haha, killed you. Alright, what about you? You have anything interesting to say to us? Are you even an intelligent shade, or are you just a destructive shade? You certainly are unique compared to the other shades. Very unique compared to the other shades. Hi.
By my pages, is this beast a shade as well?
Is beast really the correct word?
Sucked up the villagers.
This eldritch
No!
entity?
If we keep this up, we're gonna kill them all! We can't let that happen!
See, it's some sort of eldritch horror. It doesn't know what it is or where it is.
Wait! I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back. Those are shades.
Where? 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 Alright, got you halfway down. What special attack do I have? Oh yeah, that's right. I like to punch things and throw things. Grab things too. We're pretty grabby. Nice. What you got for me, Emil? Emil has some powerful magic that he doesn't really use day to day. He sort of saves it for very specific boss fights. This is definitely one of those fights, though, where this probably looks way better in this version of the game than it did in the original version. Back in 2010 or whatever, the technological limitations of trying to do this particular boss would have been very difficult to overcome and make it look this good.
Emil!
Gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta go behind the thing. Hi, Kaine. Bye, Kaine.
Move closer. You cannot harm it from below.
Gosh, dang it, I gotta keep going up. Hi, Kaine. Bye, Kaine. Alright, give me a second, give me a second. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hitting it in the eye, hitting it in the eye, hitting it in the eye. Lovely.
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming. Gotta catch my breath.
Careful, Emil. Won't help anyone if we lose you here.
Hi, Kaine. Bye, Kaine. It's almost dead. 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 Waiting for the story. There we go. This thing hasn't actually spoken all that much. This fight doesn't have a whole lot of new content to it. Interesting. We get a grimoire noir note, I'm assuming is what that is. It could just be a generic journal.
Emil. Emil, wait.
Emil!
He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
I forgot he, like, absorbed his sister and is now the ultimate weapon. But
This ain't good, sunshine.
you gonna help us out here, Kaine? Be nice of you to come into work today, you know? Uncontrollable magic. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed a magic powerful enough to destroy not only the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy. Eviscerate. Crush. Kill. These are the dark impulses that overwrite all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Oh, Emil's dream. We've already done Kaine's dreams, but now we can do Emil's dreams. Well, then I'm assuming we're going to have to do a lot of reading, and we're probably not going to make it to the junk heap today, but that's okay, because we're going to have more story here. I also don't think I can do a very good Emil voice, so I'm probably not going to do any voices. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the experiment! Number 6 is out of control! Everyone get out of here now! Get out of here! The researcher's words are abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory, until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. There's a lot of crushing people into red paste in these dreams. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they have just seen. Then a female scientist takes a step back and lets fly with a heartbreaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull. And it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched starving beast. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No! Oh no! Please stop! Oh God, save me! Save me! I don't wanna die! One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarms fall silent, and only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar. Unfathomable. What? Yes. Unfathomable. I don't know why I was having so much trouble saying that word. That echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's a sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, and yet one that also seems to be pleading for help. Two sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One set belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me? Could you please walk a little slower, sir? I'm not used to being blindfolded and... Rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your damn eyes!" roars the man. "Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his lids shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. The boy is Emil. Really? I had no idea. Also known as number 7. He has a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. "Don't look at me," barks the man. "Never look at me." "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so just hand me the blind..." Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. "Sir, stop. You're hurting me." "I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it." The man knows this boy, this weapon, could wipe him out with a single glance, and yet subduing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. "Right then, on your feet, let's move." Emil staggers, Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. The second level of the laboratory is in even worse shape than the first. The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained a deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownies slathered in a strawberry sauce. That's a weird way to dissociate yourself from the horrific situation that you have found yourself in. His stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being rendered into what could only be described as paste. See? Red paste. What is it with this game and red paste? The man blinks. His mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thing into form is folly. You can go the rest of the way on your own. That's the man. You can go the rest of the way on your own, says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human, you're a monster. With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hall. A helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with the stench of death and blood. For a moment, he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squash this plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the 3rd level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. His hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together. We ate cookies together. We cried together. We laughed together. And sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The howl is very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts its head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft crunching sounds emerge from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little color the beast once possessed fades to a dull, ashen gray. And yet, somehow, it summons what strength remains and pulls itself toward Emil one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Halua, The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 simply waits in utter perfect silence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry! The moment number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother. And yet, it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, the two of them weep in a single silent voice. It was our combined power that destroyed the Aerie. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster. And the same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win out and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love, Well, aren't we a ragtag group?
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
But you saved us. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be dead. We owe you.
And what are the lives of the few when compared to the lives of the many? I probably said that the last time.
It's all right.
I'm sure I'm making a lot of the same jokes again. My brain works in one way and I'm getting basically the same stimulus each time.
Really. Don't look back.
Nice crater. Oh yeah, I forgot. We actually get a key fragment out of that. That's right. All right, everybody, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We got a little bit of EMIL'S backstory, which we already knew bits and pieces of that. It's interesting to actually get it in the details, though, right? We already knew from when we were trying to rescue Kaine, and we went into the lab and we found number 6 and fought it, and he combined with it, and that's why he looks the way he is now and all that stuff. We learned all the stuff about how the sister was the weapon and he was basically the only thing that could stop her. And it's now we actually get the story and the details and their thoughts and feelings and emotions and stuff like that. There's not as much there as there was with Kaine. Kaine had like 3 dream sequences in a row, and we just had the one from EMIL, but we might get more, especially because he's going to use that power again at the very end of the game to fight off Popola or Devila? No, it's Popola. Anyway, so maybe we'll get a little more of the story there, which I'm happy about, because I was originally under the impression that we were going to get a lot of Kaine's story, but I want EMIL'S story as well. It's wild to think that that guy ends up as a goofy character in NieR Automata. Anyway, that's, you know, enough musing. We can do the junk heap next week, and I'm sure there'll be story there, but possibly less story than this, quite frankly. We've already gotten half of the story of Khalil and P33, aka Beepy. But, you know, I'm sure there'll be more there. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks again, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye-bye!